Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Before I begin, I would like to apologize for conducting this interview from a public space. I have an urgent task that I cannot leave at the moment, and the deadline is coming very soon. Despite that, I will stay fully focused and give my best throughout the interview. Thank you very much for your understanding. Now I would like to formally introduce myself. So, my name is Muhammad Jordan. I'm a student of Telkom University. I'm on the fifth semester right now, and my GPA is 3.75, and my major is information system. And then I have a strong interest in software development, especially in web development using Laravel or HTML, CSS, and I also have experience with data analytics and data visualization using Python, will help me in the web development environment. I'm using Pandas, Matplotlib, and Seaborn. So during my academic journey, I have been actively involved in various technical and organizational experience, including I'm a laboratory assistant for OOP Java, an introduction to information system where I mentor more than 40 students per semester. I'm also a mentor for web venture event, guiding around 70 participants through modern web development practice. And I'm also involved in sponsorship officer for major faculty events, handling professional communication, proposal, and negotiation with external companies. And I'm also an external secretary and social media admin at IMC, which I manage a partnership and content strategy for the organization. And I'm also a member of Google Developer Student Club. I'm learning about cloud, APIs, and modern development workflow. So this experience helped me build not only technical skill but also communication, leadership, and teamwork capabilities. I also enjoy building things that solve real problems. So I like to understand the user behavior, designing clean interface, developing efficient logic, and connecting all of that into a working application. So I will give you my strengths, advantage. So I believe my strengths align well with the developer role. So the first one is I'm a very disciplined and work ethic person. I'm a consistent with my tasks and responsibilities. I meet deadlines, stay focused, and maintain good time management. Two, I'm a very growth mindset person. So I'm committed to continuous learning. So technology changes extremely fast nowadays, especially with AI and automation. And I make sure to keep myself updated by attending workshops, taking online courses, reading documentation, and experimenting with new tools. So the third one is my adaptability, so I can adapt quickly to new tools, frameworks, and environment. So during a project, if something new is introduced, I don't panic. I break it down. So I am understand the basics and learn it step by step. So the fourth one is my problem solving. I enjoy analyzing error and breaking down complex problems into a smaller piece. Debugging is something I find satisfying because there's always a clear cause and event. So the fifth one is my strength in team collaboration. So through my experience as a lab assistant, a mentor, and an event officer, I learned how to communicate clearly, give instruction, and accept a feedback, and work with different personalities. So I believe this strength helped me contribute not only as a developer but also as someone who adds value to a team. So I will show you my weakness and disadvantage. So one of my weakness is that I can sometimes be too detail oriented when writing code. So I tend to check things repeatedly to make sure everything is neat and perfect, which is it's which is it needs more time. So while this helps produce clean results, it can slow me down when the deadlines are tight. So to improve this, I have been practicing the following strategies. So the first one is I need to setting clear internal time limits and prioritizing essential tasks first and communicating progress more transparently with my team and using checklists to prevent overthinking. So over time, this has helped me stay efficient while still maintaining quality. Okay, so this part is for specific technical question. All right. So I will tell you about a development project that I've been working on right now, or before. So one of my most significant recent project is an e-commerce platform called Candid. In this project, I handled full stack responsibilities for the microservice, and I also took charge of the front end development for the for the main website. So my respo- so my responsibilities include, so I'm designing the API structure and endpoints. I'm creating the database schema, building backend logic using Laravel, and I'm also developing the front-end interface with reusable components. And I'm also integrating microservices to communicate with the main system and ensuring smooth data flow between services. So I'm working on Can it taught me a lot about scalability, modularity, and real-world architecture. So it also helped me understand how to how to structure a project so it can grow over time without becoming messy. So, so I will tell you how do I ensure my code is efficient and easy to maintain. So I follow a combination of principles and habits to keep my code efficient and maintainable. So the first one is a clean code. So I prioritize readability over complexity. So the second one is solid principle, especially single responsibility and dependency injection. The third one is modular structure. It's breaking large logic into smaller function or a controller. And the fifth one is version control discipline using clear commit message and branch. The sixth one is reusable component. So I'm avoiding repeated code for similar functionalities. And the seventh one is proper naming meaningful, variable, function, and file names. And the eighth one is I made a documentation. I maintain a short but clear documentation for important parts. So it helped me a lot, and I believe good code is not just code that works, but code that easy for others to understand, review, and improve. So if there is a big bug with a tight deadline, what are you prioritize? So I follow a clear and structured approach. So the first one I will identify the root cause immediately using logs, breakpoints, or error trace. So I'm gonna classify the severity. Is it blocking, critical, or a minor? So fix the blocking issue first to restore system stability. And then I will communicate with the team about the issue, timeline, and potential risks. And I'm also apply a temporary hotfix if a sub if absolutely necessary, then replace it with a proper solution. And then I will test critical faults to ensure no new issue appear. And then the important thing is I will document the bug and the solution for future reference. And my priority is always system stability and team transparency. So the fourth point is why should we choose you? So obviously you should choose me because I'm a disciplined person, hardworking and very committed to growth. So I have a strong technical foundation that you definitely can use me. But more importantly, I have a learning mindset that keeps me improving. So I will keep up with new technologies, frameworks, and AI tools because I understand how fast the modern tech world is evolving right now. And then I'm also reliable, adaptable, and able to work both independently and collaboratively. I don't just complete tasks. I try to understand the purpose behind them and contribute meaningfully to the team. So I believe I can bring not just skill, but also energy, curiosity, and long-term value to your company. So, do you have any question for us? So I have a various question right now. So here are long. So the first question is insurance and employee welfare. So I would like to know more about the employee welfare system. So does the company provide health insurance, BPJS, or additional private insurance package for full-time employees, or 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 a part-time employees. So the second question is, could you share more details about the employee benefits such as paid leave, remote or hybrid opportunities, performance bonus, or support for equipment? So the third one is, so as someone with a growth mindset, I'm very interested in continuous development. So does the company offer training programs, certification, workshop, or internal tech sharing session to help employees improve their skills? And then the question is about career advancement and promotion path. So how does the company support long-term career growth? For example, so are there clear promotion paths for a developer, mentorship programs, or opportunities to transition into more specialized role? And then I will ask you about engineering culture. So I would like to understand that engineering culture. How would you describe collaboration between developers, designers, QA, and a product teams? And then I have a generous question about tech stack and development workflow. So could you share more details about the technology stack the engineering team use? And what does the typical development workflow look like? For example, code reviews, sprint cycles, or deployment process. And then I would like to ask you about onboarding process. So what does the onboarding process look like for a new developer? So are there a structured tasks, mentorship, or training during the first few weeks? So I think that's all for me. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to interview and share about myself. If there is anything else you would like to ask, I'm very happy to answer.